What's up, fam? We have a story here out of New Orleans where a school bus driver left bus full of kids on the side of the road, walked away, never to be heard from again, at least as of the recording of this video. Let's get into it. We're going to watch the news story and then I'm going to give my take. And I want y'all to give y'all take in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Let's hit it.
The alarming moment caught on surveillance video. Watch as a school bus driver transporting young students walks off the job, leaving 6 children stranded. The video, obtained by NBC affiliate WDSU, shows the bus parked near a busy New Orleans intersection when the driver suddenly steps off the bus, crosses multiple lanes of traffic, and walks away, abandoning the students on their way to school. Here, you can see those children running towards the front of the bus as officers arrive, 22 minutes after the driver left. School officials later arriving on scene. Tonight, New Orleans police still searching for the driver. The troubling incident taking place early Wednesday morning. New Orleans police telling NBC News there was a verbal conflict between the driver and at least one student that led the driver to pull to the side of the road and exit the bus. The child abuse unit now investigating as the community demands answers.
It's very unprofessional to leave kids on a bus and you get off. What if somebody would have got on a bus and drove the bus off with the kids on it?
The school district telling NBC News families were immediately notified, adding, "We take matters of student safety very seriously." George Solis, NBC News.
All right. So you saw that story. Crazy, right? Like, what kind of person would leave children on a school bus on the side of the road? Something's just not making sense. But you know what? We're going to watch this one more time to make sure we ain't missing nothing. Make sure I didn't miss anything. And along the way, we'll break it down.
The alarming moment caught on surveillance video. Watch as a school bus driver transporting young students walks off the job, leaving 6 children stranded. The video.
Now, when I first saw this video, before I even watched the whole newscast, I said, them kids are acting a fool on that bus. And she walked out. She said, "The hell with this, and I'm out of here." Not justifying it, but people, y'all got some bad kids out there. I mean, let's just be honest. You're not raising them. They're doing what they want to. They're out of hand. There's no discipline. There's no punishment. They probably talking about this woman. The way she walked off that bus, it looked like she might have been crying or upset. And she just said, "The hell with it." But one thing she did do, she did close the door when she got out. Remember that.
Video obtained by NBC affiliate WDSU shows the bus parked near a busy New Orleans intersection when the driver suddenly steps off the bus, crosses multiple lanes of traffic, and walks away, abandoning the students on their way to school. Here, you can see those children running towards the front of the bus as officers arrive, 22 minutes after the driver left.
So I'm thinking she must have called, she might have called dispatch, called the school or what have you, and told them, "Hey, I'm done with this." Who knows? Kids might have threw something at her. You don't know. Because on the way to school in the morning, kids can be bad, man. I remember we used to be on a school bus. You know what we used to do? We didn't mess with the bus driver. We never do nothing like that. But we would like might fight each other, might grope each other, might have paperclip fights, things of that nature, on the bus, but not messing with the school, not messing with the school bus driver, man, because we're trying to get somewhere.
School officials later arriving on scene. Tonight, New Orleans police still searching for the driver.
But they won't release her name. That's interesting. This is Friday night. And they still won't release her name. That's kind of interesting. I wonder why. It has something to do with the labor unions, the bus union, or something. The reason why they won't release her name.
The troubling incident taking place early Wednesday morning. New Orleans police telling NBC News there was a verbal conflict between the driver and at least one student that led the driver to pull to the side of the road and exit the bus. The child abuse unit now investigating as the community demands answers.
Yeah, because it's an abandonment. So it's a child abuse, basically. You're leaving underage children out to fend for themselves. So when you're a bus driver, you are responsible for the well-being of those children until they get to their destinations.
It's very unprofessional to leave kids on a bus and you get off. What if somebody would have got on a bus and drove the bus off with the kids on it?
I ain't unprofessional about that. Hell, it's very unprofessional to even get into a verbal altercation with some children. That's where the unprofessional part came in. Now, I want to say that hopefully she, in the past, maybe had complained about what's going on her bus route, because I'm quite sure this ain't the first time that something has happened between her and the kids on the school bus. I'm sure the story goes further back and it goes a lot deeper than just her pulling over and getting off. Now, why she didn't take the bus back? Because see, old school bus driver, first of all, they wouldn't put up with that. And then if things are happening and they felt that they didn't have the backing of anybody, you know what I'm saying, they would have took that bus, took it right back to the bus depot or took it to the school and quit. You know what I'm saying? But she was pissed off at them kids. And she's like, I'll show y'all. And left them there. That's crazy.
School district telling NBC News families were immediately notified, adding, "We take matters of student safety very seriously." George Solis, NBC News.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing I ever seen in my life. And let me see if I can find some more information. It says the events occurred Wednesday morning, January 14th, 2026 in New Orleans East, near the 7,000 block of Bullard Avenue. At approximately 8:10 a.m., the school bus was pulled over on the side of the road. The bus driver exited the vehicle and walked away, leaving the bus parked with children still inside. Surveillance or bystander video reportedly shows the driver closing the bus door, crossing Bullitt Boulevard, and walking toward a nearby Walmart under the I-10 overpass. Now, where did she go? Did she have a car waiting on her? Or did she jump on a bus? Or did she walk home? And I mean, is she like bipolar? Does she have mental illness? Is to jump off the bus and leave? I mean, these are questions that everybody needs to know. They say 6 students were left on the bus when the driver walked away. When police located the bus with students inside, no injuries were reported. The ages of the children, their names, and their specific school were not released by authorities. A local report noted the children were reportedly en route to Kip East, a charter school, when the incident occurred. It said police said the driver and at least one student were involved in a verbal argument, which prompted the driver to stop and leave the bus. The New Orleans Police Department Child Abuse Unit took over the investigation to determine whether criminal charges should be filed, which I'm sure they probably will. At the time of the initial reporting, police were actively searching for the bus driver. It say police arrived by 22. So we read about this. It said parents and relatives expressed shock and serious concern, emphasizing that leaving children unattended was unacceptable and dangerous. Hey, a lot of y'all do that every day at home. So anyway, one parent quoted in local news described the situation as disheartening, stressing that the adults should have brought the children directly to school rather than abandoning them. I agree with that. As bad as those kids probably are, and as disrespectful as they most likely were, she should have took them to the schoolhouse. But again, you parents, you're not raising your children like they need to be raised. There's no discipline. There's no correction. You let them get away with anything. They talk back. They curse. They recite rap music before they can spell their own names. And y'all let this happen. And y'all think it's cool and cute. But when these schools call you and tell you what your children are doing, and you up here cussing the school people out because that's not your child wouldn't do that. Situation like this, yes, bus driver most definitely needs to be reprimanded, fired, sued, arrested, whatever the case may be. But if I find out that it's my child having a verbal altercation with an adult, it's going to be hell to pay at home because we don't disrespect the adults. First of all, fool, this person is driving you. to your destination. They don't have to. And she showed you that she didn't have to. She was willing to take penitentiary chances to prove to you that you just can't treat just anybody the way you want to or talk to them any way you want to and get away with it. Again, I don't know what kind of conversation you can have with a freaking elementary school person that can get under your skin so much that you walk away from everybody. Hell, maybe they all was talking crazy to her or whatever. But she overreacted. Whoever the bus driver, he or she looked like a she, but whoever it was, they overreacted, yes. But again, parents, grandparents, teach your kids. You know what? I have a saying, another saying I used to tell my kids. Well, I tell anybody, don't give them a reason. And that means when you do something, a lot of times people got to take it to that second level, to that next level. And when they take it to that next level, you're always shocked, can't believe they did it, and it hurts your feelings. But I always say, don't give nobody a reason to mistreat you. Now, if they're going to mistreat you, just let them do it on their own reasoning or whatever the case may be. Let them justify it, but don't give them no ammunition to do it. Because once you do it and then they do it, it's a possibility that their justification could pan out, and they can walk free or be set free. But don't give nobody a reason to mistreat you. Don't do it. Sit there, be quiet, because I swear for Jesus that this woman would not have walked off a bus if those 6 kids were sitting in their on a school bus with their hands in their laps, looking out the window, singing "Hail to the Bus Driver." It would have never happened. So again, regardless of what the outcome was, if them children were acting the way they supposed to, it never would have happened. Like I said, not justifying what she did, but again, don't ever give anybody a reason, whether you like it or not. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Let's have an intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you maybe a couple of minutes out of your day, but it means the world to us here at this channel. And with that being said, leave in peace and love, and I'll see you on the other side.